Hi everyone. So this remote view is for people who are royal watchers and are curious about the ongoing saga of Harry and Meghan. As many of you know, Spare has received an interesting response in Britain. I think it's sold something like 4 million, maybe more copies at this point. And I'm actually listening to Spare, which is kind of interesting. So I decided to do a remote view and put myself in the shoes of Harry Windsor to try and see what my options were, what my choices were going forward, given who I am, given my character, given my internal belief systems. A couple of years ago, the first time that I connected with the energy that's Harry Windsor was in a dream. And in the dream, this was prior to his wedding to Meghan, he talked a lot about the struggle of the working man. I think it was actually, in the dream, it was the official coming out of him and Meghan, but he spoke a lot like a socialist, like a democratic socialist, strong beliefs in equality. And when you look at the state of the world right now, it's really between the haves and the have-nots, and between those who have power and those that don't. It feels to me going into this energy that as Harry, the only choice I have is to leave the royal family at this point. If he can salvage a relationship with the royal family, I would be surprised with this energy. I feel as him, there comes my familiar, I feel as him that I would have some moral and ethical problems bowing to my father as a sovereign at his coronation. And I just feel that I have had so many experiences putting myself in his shoes. I just don't feel that that's who I am. I don't feel that I even believe in monarchies, the people that prop them up, the firm. It reminds me of the book Psychopath Free, if you haven't checked it out, about how you cannot win when you go up against a psychopath. You cannot win when you go up against a borderline or a narcissist. They will twist the facts. Just like the powers that be twisted the facts of the Mueller report so that people would read the Mueller report. They kept saying, there's nothing to see here. You don't have to read the Mueller report. Bill Barr has already said there's nothing to see. And so they were able to discourage people from reading the Mueller report. The same thing has happened with the Spare. There's been a lot of lies and misquotes about what is actually in the book, all in a desperate attempt to get you not to read the Spare, to feel as if you've already read it because it's already been read for you by the press, which is controlled by the media that's conservative and propping up the monarchy. And the idea is to get you so angry you will not read the Spare, you will not hear Harry's version of events. And so it's another example of how when you go up against psychopathy, you cannot win. They will twist the facts, they will minimize, debase, discard. That is the narcissist playbook. And when you're looking at monarchies and hegemony, the way that they stay in power is that they convince you that they are supposed to be in power, that they are to be bowed to and we are to bow. Given the nature of who Harry is, that he is one of the people, that he's basically a socialist, he comes out knocking Rupert Murdoch in the book, knocking his politics. He's pretty much come out as a liberal. I think he should just own it. I think his wife was and mother-in-law are Bernie supporters, actually. So I can't see how he could go forward as a royal, given fundamentally who he is. And so for that reason, it seems to me like the best conclusion here is to strip himself of all titles and to walk away a clean person and go and make his destiny as a fellow human being, because the truth of the matter is, the only thing you are if you're a royal is descended from warmongers, and that's how they wound up. They're warlords. They're descended from warlords. That's how monarchies are built, warlords. And then the warlords get powerful. You see this in the United States, drug lords and warlords, and then their kids go out, they make a bunch of money, they buy a bunch of property, they try to go legit, they send their kids to Ivy schools, and those are the new monarchs of America, right? The new monarchies. But the only thing it means if you're a monarch is that your ancestors were psychopaths and warlords. So, that are trying to convince the world that they have a right to take your money and blow $100 million on a funeral and everything else. So, given what Harry knows about objective reality, given fundamentally who he is, I feel that the only direction forward is to leave the monarchy. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.